Hey guys, what's going on? It's a Blobble right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now today we're going to take a look at the NFP news release. This is the most volatile news release which occurs on the first Friday of every month. Now you can see here, this is the euro dollar. This is the most traded currency pair in the world with the most volume. Now these are basically 10-minute candles. So you can see here on the news release, 1:30 UK time. I think that's about 8:30 UK time, if I'm not mistaken. You'd have to double check. But look at the state on this. Obviously whipsaw price action here, taking out all the stop losses, all the liquidity. So yeah, I just thought I'd highlight that there. So that could have been, obviously with the crypto markets tanking yesterday, that could have been the catalyst for the markets actually capitulating in preparation for this news event. So here it is, these are the results. The forecast was 190k, and obviously you can see highlighted in green here 206,000. So there we go, it's positive news release for the USD. So the USD now, in my opinion, is obviously set to rally, which means obviously euro dollar on this ticker symbol, the dollar being the second on the currency pair, will no doubt react accordingly. So let's just dive into the charts now, see where we are at. Now let's get back to crypto. So let's start off with, I'm on the Gala chart at the moment. Now I'm going to head over to XRP because that's predominantly where most people's capital has been deployed, and we are on the linear charts. So again, nothing's actually changed here from a technical standpoint. However, we can see here it looks as though XRP is breaking down at this apex. I believe we've got an extra week here before we reach the tip of the apex. Now obviously we haven't had any closes yet, which is what we will be waiting for. So it all depends now on this red candle. Will this red candle close below the wedge, inside the wedge, or just above the wedge? This is what we're all waiting for now. So we're all anticipating the Sunday close going into the apex next week. Obviously we had Independence Day yesterday for the Americans, so big up all the American subscribers. And we've also had the general election take place as well yesterday, and obviously Labour won the majority, so there'll be a new government. So this is the first time in 14 years that there's a new government here in the UK. So yeah, there's been a lot of big news politically in the markets. Now again, we need to see this close here inside or above the wedge, in my opinion, to be bullish. If not, I have been calling for, let's just go back, I can go back onto my profile here, where I said 80% chance XRP reaches 30 cent, in my opinion, swing lows of 2022. Now let's just have a look. So this is obviously 2022. I can mark that out. There we go. So these are the lows here, this sort of price range. And I'll tell you what, excuse me, I'll tell you what, I'll even highlight this sort of box here. So you could probably move that down a tad as well and account for these wicks. So somewhere around here. So you're looking anywhere from, I'd even go a little bit lower than that as well with the liquidity, with the weekly closes. So there we go. So I'd be going anywhere from 32 cent down to about 29 cent is where now I would expect XRP to move. It doesn't make sense making this fake out for a shake. It's not much of a shakeout, you see. It's only 4% down. You know, that's not enough to spook the market, in my opinion. Even if it was a shakeout emergency crash, you'd want to see at least a minimum 15 to 20% dip, in my opinion, to actually shake retail out of their positions. Now let's just measure down here, see what sort of retracement. So yeah, you're talking sub 20% minimum. Here we're reaching more like 30%, so that would be an ideal retracement in order to spook the market. And also, if you are, there's going to be a lot of people leveraging the markets, so if they've not got capital, people do leverage in order to make more money, but obviously there's a flip side to leveraging where obviously, you know, you can get margin call, and 30% is the typical retracement in order to be margin call. So I do expect any leverage positions here on XRP, anybody going big on XRP looking to make a fortune will be wiped out with that liquidity move. So I do expect that now to occur. Again, I'm going to wait till Sunday. If that move happens before Sunday, then I'll be caught off guard. I'll also obviously lose 30% of my money, but I'm going to wait till Sunday before making a move, because as I keep reiterating, it all depends on the close now of this candle. This weekly close now is pivotal, in my opinion. If we get the close, you can forget 30 cent. If we get a close below, then you can see that next move next week, which will take out all this liquidity down here. Now again, I've also mentioned Alessio Rastini as well. Obviously he gets a lot of stick, and no analyst likes to talk bearish, because as soon as you talk bearish, everybody's battering you, like the comments and the spam and then the inboxes like, what do you mean XRP's going down? Listen, I'm just providing you the data. Like, there's not many analysts, like I've said, do it anymore. Like, for example, like I watch the best in the business. Like, for example, like BC Backer, he doesn't like giving time analysis, and he doesn't like giving predictions, because as soon as you give a time analysis and that date passes, everybody's on your back. We're not doing this for people to get on our backs. We're just doing this for entertainment purposes and demonstrating and showing you guys what we're actually seeing in the market. So just man up, suck it up, accumulate. If you've got some dry powder, fantastic. If you're in these markets, you've got to be willing to obviously lose anywhere between 30%, let's just measure, anywhere from 30% down here, all the way down here at like 70%. So you've got to be, if you're looking to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x your money, you've got to be willing to lose half of your money pretty much. And that's just the nature of the game. And if you can't hack it, get out of the market and start bashing people. Anyways, rant over. XDC. Again, XDC is looking pretty, in my opinion, coming down to this final trend line that I've drawn in. Again, if you don't know the rationale behind this blue line, why I've drawn it here, obviously there's some logic here with these range lows here from the early days back in 2020. So that's why we have this marked out here, rather than actually marking support from here, which I previously did. That was obviously me being optimistic. Again, I love to be optimistic. I want to be optimistic with you guys. I don't want to see prices down here, especially after I've done accumulation. Been in the market long enough. I don't need low prices. So that, to me, again, you can see the capitulation. That for me was the initial support. Then we could have brought it down here. Support, you know, it's not held. The support's too weak. So obviously this is why we're getting a sweep of these lows now across the markets. But in my opinion, XDC is pretty much arrived already. XDC hasn't done much to the upside this year in comparison to, for example, like Gala, which went on a little run. Velo did a little run. You know, all these coins have done like decent runs. I say little, they're massive returns, but in comparison to where we need to be going to these like 30, 40 X's, which we're all targeting, you know, the small bull runs, miniature bull runs. Now, obviously, we're seeing these corrections in the markets. So XDC, for me, is ahead of the curve because it's not capitulated as much. You can see here on the 24 hours, we're not even down technically within 24 hours because XDC has been making this gradual down movement whilst the rest of the market was popping to the upside. So XDC is already at where it's at. Now, I want to put this into perspective as well, because I've tweeted, recent price action has reinforced that XRP is a multiple of 10 XDC as a baseline. Now, I'm going to explain what I mean by that in a moment. Now, XDC is currently at 2.5 cent basically. So theoretically, if I'm correct in this theory, like I say, it's just a theory, it's just my opinion. Theoretically, XRP should be trading at about 26 cent now. Now, I want to say there's these here. I'm going to show you guys now over there on the chart. So there's a 2021 highs. So XDC all-time high was at 19 cent. Now, in the 21 bull cycle, XRP reached $1.90. Now I'm just going to show you guys now. So this is a 21 cycle here. So you can see here on the chart 19.5 cents. Okay, so that would be the equivalent of XRP reaching $1.94. Where did XRP reach? Here. Around $1.94. You can see there on my chart. $1.95 was it? Around there. So there you go, pretty much to the cents. It's the 10x multiple. Where did it get in the 23 cycle high? 90 cent there. You can follow my cursor across the screen. 90 to 91 cent. Okay, so that would mean XDC would go up to 9 cent. Where did XDC go in the 23 cycle? 9 cent. There we go, a multiple of 10. And the same happens to the downside as well. So XDC is ahead of the curve here at 26. 0.026. So again, this is more reinforcement that XRP is going to get down to this liquidity box here. It may even come lower to take out this low, like I said, around 26 cent. So in my opinion, XDC is almost like a market sort of leading indicator for XRP is what I'm trying to say. So if you've got a ton of XRP now, obviously not financial advice, but I would be looking at selling your bags, and not just selling your bags because no one likes to be out of crypto. Everyone, there's a lot of hodlers in the market, but consider swapping your XRP for XDC because XDC is already down these levels here. It's already a massive opportunity to load up. And then obviously when XRP then gets down to this liquidity box, then you can rotate back out of XDC or a portion of your XDC back into XRP. Then you've obviously saved yourself that 30% dip with XRP, and you're still holding a crucial asset which will run the new global financial system. So not financial advice, guys, but that's just my stance on it anyway. I'll tell you what, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. If you've got any comments, let me know what your thoughts are with XRP. Is it going to rally now? Is this red candle now going to close inside the wedge, above the wedge, or do you feel as though XRP is following XDC in terms of price action and will capitulate down here to this liquidity box? Just let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you're subscribed and like the video if you've enjoyed it, guys. I've been the Block Bull. Good luck.